This is verse 11 of the second chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. We've reached the point where the Magi, who have had an interaction with Herod, who has duplicitously sent them on their way with instructions to find the child and bring him word again, have of course been led now to Bethlehem, and in some kind of supernatural way the star that they had once seen in the east is pointing quite directly to the actual house where Mary and presumably Joseph, though he's not mentioned here along with Jesus, are going to be found. And so we find the verse spelling out what they did on that occasion. So we have Kai, the connective aelphontes. From erchomai, I come, I go. This is a participle, aorist participle, masculine plural nominative, so referring to the Magi. And having come would be the idea. Ace, preposition, means into. Tain, oikion, into the house. Oikion, the feminine form of the word oikos, which means house. So having come into the house, then the first principal verb, edon, they saw. This is from edo, to see, or blepo, either one. It's the third person plural, aorist active indicative. So having come into the house, they saw. Then to, paidion. The child, paidios, of course, is a word for a young child, a little child. At this point, we don't really have a sense of the time frame. Maybe this was only a few days after his birth. Maybe it was up to a year. We don't know. There's a fair amount of speculation about that. They are not in the stable anymore, of course. They're in this house, and how long they were there, we don't know. I assume it was only for a few days, and so they've just simply been able to move to a rented facility at this point. That's probably the most reasonable guess. So having come into the house, they saw the child. Meta, preposition, takes the genitives. We have it here, Marias, the genitive of Mary. So they saw the child with Mary, and then in apposition to this, Mary tes matros, Mary the mother, autou. Mater, of course, the word for mother. This is in the genitive, along with the genitive possessive pronouns. So they saw the child with Mary, the mother of him. Kai, the connective pesontes, from pipto, means to fall. This is a participle, again an aorist participle in the nominative plural, referring again to the Magi. And having fallen would be the idea prosekune san. From proskuneo, it means to worship, actually to fall down, but he's already said to fall, so it's extending the idea. They fell down worshiping. Takes the dative, so here we have the dative pronoun, the masculine singular. They fell down and worshipped him. Kai, enoigzantes, from enoigo, it means to open. It can be to open a door, to open a gift, to open anything. Here it is, once again, a participle, so having opened. Once again, this is an aorist participle, masculine plural. So they fell down and opened, and then tous, the accusative, plural, masculine of the article, thesaurus, word for treasure or wealth or something like that, with the possessive here. The genitive plural, masculine pronoun, so open the gifts of them. Prosenican, this is from prosphero and means to bring to, and so they opened their gifts and brought them to. This is the third person plural, aorist, active indicative of the verb, so they opened their gifts, brought them to him. Takes the dative, so we have the dative once again here, the masculine singular. Presented to him dora, gifts. This is the plural of the word doron, which is a gift. Then the three famous gifts, of course, chrusos, for gold. This is the accusative, so chruson. Kai libanon, from libanos, gold, frankincense. This is the word for frankincense. And smyrnon, from smyrne, which means myrrh. And all of these, of course, represent the rather lavish gifts that are presented. It's given rise to the speculation that there were three magi, but the scriptures never actually say that in so many words, so it's at best an inference. So we have the wise men. They've come, they've presented their gifts to Jesus, a moment of remarkable worship, of course, and the culmination of this rather extensive journey that these men have been on.